Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. An Escambia County doctor will have to register as a sex offender, but he will get to keep his license and continue seeing patients.
Earlier today, Dr. Brian Lee of Perdido Bay Family Care was sentenced to 2 years of house arrest, 13 years probation, and faces multiple restrictions to his medical practice. That doctor is speaking only with Channel 3 News, and Anthony Pura is live outside Dr. Lee's office in Perdido Key with his message for patients. Anthony.
Well, this clinic has lost a lot of patients since this story came out. The doctor says he's very sorry. Now he doesn't have a lot of young patients, and he says it's probably better that way. In January 2014, Dr. Brian Lee left this office to meet with who he thought was a 14-year-old boy he was chatting with online. He was really talking with an undercover investigator. Lee telling us now it was an awful mistake stemming from personal problems.
I was in a very dark place at the time that I basically didn't want to practice medicine anymore, and I was being very self-destructive.
At his sentencing Monday, the state attorney's office pushed for prison time, reading snippets of his online conversation that made some in the courtroom groan. In one message he wrote, "As a doctor, I do get to discuss patients' deepest secrets. Teenage boys often ask questions about sex and sexual orientation. I've always enjoyed that part of being a doctor." Lee's attorney called employees and patients to testify in support of him. One called Lee the best doctor they've ever had, others commending him for his professionalism and care for his patients.
My office will be closed for the foreseeable future. I will still be seeing some patients by appointment only.
That's the message you'll get if you call Lee's office. Lee is grateful to keep practicing, but doesn't blame parents if they don't want to take their children to see him.
If I were a parent, I would have second thoughts too. I would probably choose a different doctor. I do have an attraction to adolescents, that's true, and so I think it's probably safe for me to not treat those patients.
Now, Lee will have to go through a sex offender treatment program. The court also putting restrictions on his computer usage. For now, we're reporting live in Perdido Key. Anthony Pura, Channel 3 News.